I watch Al Jazeera.
You watch Al Jazeera?
Yeah, that's how I get my news.
What the hell, really?
Yeah, look, the reason I watch Al Jazeera is because they're there.
OfficialSaharTV. OfficialSaharTV. Let's go. Protect the Jews, fight the lies, can't you see? Debunk the hate, bring the peace, we're the key.
Yo.
How you doing?
Hello, sir.
What's your name?
My Jewish name is Jor. Let me spell it. This is my Jewish name. I created it.
Yoram.
Yep.
What's your Christian name?
Oh, that's it. I don't have a Christian name.
Are you Jewish? Fully Jewish?
No, not fully Jewish. I'm Mormon.
Mormon? And you created a Jewish name for yourself?
Yep.
What made you do that?
Just to show my alliance towards Israel.
Oh, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much. Would you
But I believe in the Mormon faith, though.
Well, it's okay. But so if you want to show your alliance with Israel, I'm a content creator. I make content. I'm not going to post it if you tell me not to post it. But I want to see if you want to send anything to the Jewish people. And if you say no, I'm not going to post it. But I have a lot of followers. I have 135,000 followers.
Oh, lit. What do you mean send? Send what?
Do you wanna? If you wanna say something, I do videos when I converse with pro-Palestinians, and usually they say hateful things, and sometimes I put positive things.
Oh, ask me some questions and or something.
I can ask you. No, that's what I want the people to see. So I just had a conversation with a person.
This is perfect. This is my type of thing here. I'm representing the American people.
Say a message to the Jewish people that will be watching this. Whatever you want. If it's a message of inspiration, if you want to say you're with them, that you think Hamas should be obliterated, whatever you want.
I don't know. I just have like a lot of common interests, you know.
Okay.
But is there like a specific question you can ask me?
What? This is the question. Why do you support?
Give me like the Israeli point of view, and then I'll you're interviewing me or something.
I'm gonna ask you this because you said you said you wanted to show your alliance with Israel. Why do you support Israel?
Oh, because it's America's best friend. It's a democracy, and it has very strong ties to the United States.
Do you think the hostages should be brought back?
Oh, absolutely. Especially the baby.
Especially the baby, huh? Do you think
give the baby back?
Do you think Hamas should be obliterated?
Obliterated. When you say obliterated, right?
Eliminated. That they lose all their means to attack Israel in the future.
Okay, but the question is, who is Hamas? Like, who's their top ranked person? Who is how do you identify a Hamas militant?
So that's a good question because they fight with civilian clothing, but there's about 50,000 Hamas terrorists in Gaza. Whether they dressed up as Hamas,
there's about 2 million. Let's estimate there's about 2 million people in the Gaza Strip, right?
2.2, yes.
So you're saying 50,000 of them are Hamas militants?
Yes.
So how does the IDF identify a militant? Is it by just if they have a gun, or
if they have a gun, or if they have any affiliation to the organization? If they collaborate with the organization? If they, for example, they found 6 Al Jazeera reporters that had an alliance to Hamas, and they had
I've been watching Al Jazeera, no cap.
What was that?
I watch Al Jazeera.
You watch Al Jazeera?
Yeah, that's how I get my news.
What the hell, really?
Yeah, look, the reason I watch Al Jazeera is because they're there. They're literally in the Gaza Strip.
No.
But I understand, look, I'm not taking their point of view. You
can't watch Al Jazeera if you want to get a reasonable perspective, because if you watch Al Jazeera is they're the organization behind, in front of Qatar. Qatar are the people funding them. Qatar is also funding Hamas. So why would you listen to the same news channel that literally is funded by Qatar, the same country that funds Hamas? Why would you do that?
Oh, because their news is 24 hours. They have a 24-hour live stream, and they just interview so many people. Like when they interview the Yemen, they bring like a Yemenese ambassador or something, or when they interview someone from Iran, they bring like an Iranian ambassador. I just don't know another channel that has it like that, to be honest.
Have you heard about the lady, the hostage, the female hostage that was kept hostage at an Al Jazeera reporter's house, Noa Argamani?
I'm not sure about that story, but I just know that
it's verified.
When something happens in the Gaza Strip, they have like a camera right there in the Gaza Strip. I've never seen that.
Yeah, but they released a lot of biased information against Israel.
I know. I understand their information is pro
It's not pro Hamas. It's anti-Israel.
okay, it's anti-Israel, but I'm just not taking their word. I'm not like assuming their speeches. I'm just like listening to what.
So what's one of the conclusions that you reached from watching them?
They're 24/7. Them dudes are reporting everything that Israel does.
Did you get to any understanding from the reporting though? That's the question.
I think they just don't appreciate the I think like when like they don't appreciate when when Israel drops like an airstrike or something on one militant and like kills like multiple people.
How do they know it's one militant?
I don't know.
Because according to them, 45,000 innocent civilians have died in Gaza, not counting 20,000 Hamas members. So how do they know it's one person?
I don't know. That's what it started. That's why the U.S. is like in commotion over this right now. They don't know if they want to support it. They don't want to support it.
No, but do you understand the problem with Al Jazeera? Al Jazeera always reports 45,000, 44,000 innocent civilians without making any distinction which one is Hamas, which one is an innocent civilian, which one has an affiliation with Hamas, which one was killed by a Hamas rocket. One in every 4 rockets fall inside Gaza. Do you count those casualties from the casualties that Israel killed?
I think it's just hard to know because you say they hide within civilians, so it's.
Of course. So, but the question is, who is the one to blame? Who do we blame for the deaths? It's something that every person that I ask have such a difficult time answering.
No, it is a hard question.
No, it's not.
A hard question.
No, it's not. If I start a war with a neighboring country, the person you should blame is the person starting the war, not the person retaliating. And if I take all humanitarian aid precautions to eliminate civilian casualties, meaning I release millions of leaflets, I send a lot of text messages to civilians to tell them to evacuate, I make phone calls to tell people to evacuate, and I take every action that I can to minimize civilian casualties, then you can come to me and tell me this is a genocide, this is apartheid, you are to blame. I am not to blame. This is the least amount of casualties in an urban warfare history. Ever. Israel, this is in 1 year and 3 months. Israel, in 2 months, Israel has killed the least amount of casualties, civilians.
So what's Israel's plans here? Are they gonna just seize the whole strip, right? That's basically what they're trying to do here.
That's why I told you to stop watching Al Jazeera.
They're trying to occupy the north first.
They're trying to dismantle Hamas from their means to attack Israel and to return the hostages.
But are you saying Israel should control the Gaza Strip? Yes or no?
If you go and ask Gazans what they prefer, if they should be controlled by Hamas.
Oh, they control it. They say Israel all day.
Of course they prefer Israel.
They hate Hamas.
My grandma used to go to Gaza from Be'er Sheva to shop there for fish. She would go to the market and they would go to the markets in Be'er Sheva. Same thing. They had like some sort of an alliance, the people of Gaza and the people of Israel. But the moment Hamas took over, that's it. The people are suffering. So if you're asking me what's better for the people of Gaza, it's going to be Israel controlling over Gaza. Is that what I want? No, I don't want Israel to control 2.2 million people. No.
I don't know, man. This is just this conflict. You can't even dream of this because this is like the most complex thing to ever exist.
It's not really complex. It's pretty easily understandable, really. Pretty easily understandable. They think it's their land. We know it's our land. They think it's their land. We know it's our land. And they fight for the whole land, even though we tell them, hey, take your portion of land, live there freely, that's it. They say, no, we're going to kill you if you don't give us the land. And that's why they attack us every 4 years.
Okay, how about this?
Yeah.
In like 2005, right?
Yes.
Hamas wins the election, correct? Is it something like that?
They won in 2006.
Or they threw a coup against...
They won in 2006, and then the Palestinian Authority said it's not the majority of vote, so we're going to share the leadership, and then there was a coup. They took the Palestinian, the PIJ, and they started, not the PIJ, they took the Palestinian Authority that was in Gaza and threw them off of roofs, dragged them with motorcycles. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And they got control like this over Gaza. So
that's just one conflict.
That's just one conflict, and then they fight rockets in.
That's just one war. You guys are like in 7.
And they fight. I mean, yeah. There's also a war with Lebanon. There's a war with. I mean, almost a war with Iran. There's rockets being sent from the Houthis.
There's a war with Iran. You guys are shooting missiles at each other.
I mean, we're not shooting missiles at each other. They shoot missiles at us, and we send planes to do targeted attacks. That's the difference.
And you're fighting the Houthis in Yemen.
Exactly, which is also Iran. We're pretty much fighting only Iran because Hamas is Iran, Houthis is Iran, Hezbollah is Iran,
Assad in Syria.
Assad in Syria. All of them are backed by Iran, which is backed by Russia. It's all like noodles of.
Oh, this is Russia?
Like tentacle. Yeah, of course.
And China?
And China. At the end of the day, yes. This is complicated.
That's what I'm saying.
This is complicated. No, but with Hamas and everything, this is a religious war. It has been a religious war from the start. That's what I believe in. You're a Mormon, and I believe.
I just think the war needs to stop.
I also believe that the war needs to stop. Under what terms, though?
That's what. Okay, the hostages got to come back.
Hamas what?
The hostages got to come back. They got to give all the hostages.
Perfect. What's the second one?
Hamas is probably going to want some military people back.
Hamas.
Right.
Exactly. That's exactly why Israel refuses to their hostage deal, the ceasefire deal that they keep offering. But they want a ridiculous amount of terrorists back for every.
They want all of them.
They want pretty much 10,000, 15,000 terrorists.
They want y'all to release the entire prison.
Exactly. Convicted terrorists, by the way. A lot of them are convicted terrorists that did stabbing, that did lynching, that did rock throwing, running over, attempted suicide.
Oh my gosh, this place is insane.
Yeah, but if you go to Israel, you'll see that it's a pretty nice place. It just seems.
No, I bet it is.
It sounds like a really complicated area, but if you go there, it's a really, really beautiful place. Yes. So, hold on. You said the hostages should be brought back. Do you think Hamas should surrender? Do you think the leadership needs to change in Gaza?
Yeah.
I'm not saying to Israel. Do you think the leadership needs to change at all in Gaza?
Yeah, but who's the leadership of Hamas? That's what I'm saying. Who's their leader?
So we eliminated the top tiers of Hamas so far, but as soon as we eliminate one, another one is appointed. As soon as we eliminate him, another one is appointed. So I think that if you're asking me, the best solution is to bring Saudi Arabia into this and send people from Saudi Arabia to take some sort of third-party control over Gaza, which is going to be Arab control over Arab people. And that way it could be running smoothly. That's my opinion. But in order for that to happen, Hamas...
You need an Arab partner to go in there, and you're specifically saying Saudi Arabia. This is a Saudi...
And I'm saying it from a Muslim perspective as well, because...
Not Egypt?
I mean, no, I don't think... I think Egypt is indirectly attacking Israel through Gaza, so no, not Egypt.
Through the
Rafah border. Through the Rafah border, there's tunnels that they can literally smuggle cars and missiles and whatever you want and weapons. So yeah, they're indirectly attacking Israel through Rafah. So if you're asking me what the best solution is,
what about the tunnels though? How y'all gonna figure that out? I heard those are the best tunnels ever created.
We're bombing the tunnels. I think we discovered around 70% of the tunnels. And by the way, that's why buildings are destroyed, because buildings are standing on top of tunnels, and in order to eliminate the tunnels and their piers, and to find the entrances to the tunnels, you have to go through buildings. And if buildings are standing on top of it, it's impossible to get to the tunnels. And if you destroy tunnels that are under buildings, the same thing is going to happen. The same thing is going to happen. The buildings are going to fall.
So do you think Saudi Arabia should rebuild the Gaza Strip, or Israel should pay for it? Or
I don't think Israel should pay for it now.
Why not? You guys kind of like...
Who brought this destruction over Gaza?
I guess Hamas.
So, who should be paying for it?
Hamas got no money, though.
Hamas got billions of dollars. All of the leaders are billionaires. They've been stealing humanitarian aid.
Y'all got them. Y'all got them in Tehran. What the heck?
They've been stealing humanitarian aid money from the civilians of Gaza.
True, I've seen those videos. I've seen the videos where the trucks come in, and then like the trucks of humanitarian aid come in, and then Hamas takes them, and then civilians try to run up to the trucks and stuff, and Hamas shoots them.
Yep. So who should be paying for the damage?
I still think Israel, because it's like kind of, it's in their border. It's like a country in their.
I don't think
a country in their country.
I don't think it's not the same country, but I don't think Israel should be paying for the damage. Will Israel end up paying for some of the damage? Most likely. I mean, I think it's going to be like a part of one of the terms to agree. I don't think they should be paying. Israel should
just completely annex the Gaza Strip. Saudi Arabia doesn't want no part of it.
Oh, they actually kind of do.
Oh, Saudi Arabia wants to be part of this?
Of course, if that promotes a peace deal between Israel and Saudi Arabia, yes, why not? Because that
Okay, so
peace deal,
this
that
is
peace
where
deal.
President Donald Trump comes in and Elon Musk. How do they fit into this picture?
No, I said leave Elon Musk aside. I'm
No,
saying
Elon Musk is part of this. He's talking to Iranian diplomats. He's talking to the Ukrainians.
Saudi Arabia realized that they share a common enemy with Israel, which is Iran, which their main purpose is to destabilize the region of the Middle East. And the only way to beat Iran is to collaborate with Israel, meaning we give them Iron Dome systems, which prevent rocket attacks from
What's the
Iran.
leader of Iran's name?
I know of Iran, it's Khamenei.
Yeah, is that the guy who's controlling all this?
Yeah.
Is he drawing the pictures? Is this is his dream?
That's I mean, his dream is to destabilize the region and at the end of the day take control over Israel, because Israel is the only region separating, pretty much detaching the Arab region. Israel is the only region separating Syria from Lebanon. I mean, no, Syria and Lebanon are connected, but Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, and Egypt are all separated by Israel. Israel is the one thing separating them from the Mediterranean Sea. Us. In the Arab world, Israel is considered to be the knife in the backs of the Arabs because, by the way, Israel looks like a knife if you look at the shape. But we are the only people, the only region separating the Arab world from the other Arab world, which is in North Africa. I'm talking about Tunisia, I'm talking about Morocco, I'm talking about Egypt. We're the only region separating that. So the only way to create a continuous line of Arab nation, Muslim nation, is by eliminating Israel, a Jewish state.
And what do they win with that?
What did they win with that? The main purpose of Islam is to prevail over other religions and also create an Islamic caliphate. When we are here, we're preventing that from happening.
That doesn't sound like U.S. dollars are coming through.
I didn't understand what you said. What?
If they do that, that doesn't sound like U.S. dollars will be coming through.
I mean, they have a lot of oil money.
We'll stop buying that shit.
Let's see if that's gonna happen. I mean, Saudi wants a future for their people, and they understand something about replenishing fuels, and they want a future. So that's why they're trying to get a deal with the United States so quickly. They're trying to get something quick, and they say, "Hey, we need to stabilize the region, make peace with Israel if you want that, and we'll make sure to get each other's back." So there's a lot of common sense behind it. I understand it, and I think Mohammed bin Salman, the son of the king of Saudi Arabia, I think this guy is like the son, Mohammed bin Salman. I think he's got a great future ahead of him. He's got westernized ideas, which is very weird for a leader in the Arab world, and he wants to.
They call him the feminist. He's a feminist in a monarchy.
Yeah, he's a feminist, but they're scared shitless of this guy. This guy is and that's, by the way, how you get respect in the Arab world, by scaring people.
Oh, he's like the Kim Jong-un of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, but the feminist, King Jong-un.
Oh yeah, true. Well, the westernized. He's
The westernized, yeah.
the American version.
Anyways, I hope you learned something new from me. I really do. And please stop watching Al Jazeera. It's so stupid. They lie all the time. They lied about the
Where's my phone? Can I just show you what they're reporting right now?
Sure.
Just to see.
They lied about the Al Ahli hospital, that Israel bombed it, but
Yeah. What's with the hospital? They said that 400 people died.
And then
they started showing videos of like Israel finding a couple bags of guns.
Yeah.
But still, I don't think you should be bombing hospitals, bro.
Bombing hospitals? Do you know the law according to humanitarian law, to international law? Do you know what it means, what it says?
What is the law?
A humanitarian structure ceases to exist as soon as it's used for acts harmful to the enemy. So when you use a hospital to hide weapons or to hide terrorists,
Oh, they're talking about the Ukrainian war.
it ceases to exist, the humanitarian protection of it.
So even if there's 1,000 babies in there, bomb the thing.
No, not bomb the thing.
Or do you make sure that you give them like 3 days in advance, 4 days in advance? I need everybody out this hospital.
I've heard phone calls from
in the next 5 days.
I've heard phone calls from an Israeli general calling the hospital of the Al-Shiba hospital, telling him to evacuate, and if they need anything else that we can provide them, like incubators or any machinery. And he said exactly what he needs, and we did an evacuation for Al-Shifa before we bombed it.
0 civilians died? 0 people died?
Maybe Al Jazeera reported 1,000 civilians died, but how do you know these are civilians? I mean, if we tell you to evacuate and you don't evacuate, it's your problem. This is
How long do you see this war going on for?
I don't know.
You're already a year in.
I don't know. It's a complex war.
40,000 people.
And how many of them are Hamas?
I don't know, to be honest. There's no number.
20,000. It's the number of Hamas. Israel claims 20,000 Hamas.
What does Hamas say?
What does Hamas say? Maybe
How many
Hamas says a few thousands. The question is, why would you believe them?
I guess they're the government over there, so you kind of just gotta.
The same government that invaded Israel and raped women and beheaded the people and burned people alive. This same government, the same government that lied about us bombing the El Ahli hospital when it ended up being them. This government, the same government that doesn't build shelters.
So who's their new leader after Yahya Sinwar? Can you give me a name?
No, there's no new leader after Yahya Sinwar.
So who's running the show? It's just like a bunch of kids doing this shit or something? Or?
Most likely, yeah.
So how's there gonna be a peace deal? Who you gonna talk to?
We haven't tried to mediate with the Hamas. We tried mediating with Qatar, with Saudi, with Egypt. They were the people mitigating.
When's the next meeting?
Don't know. Not in the board.
I know there's a couple Hamas people in Qatar.
I know, and Qatar I think wants them out. They want them to leave. So the moment Donald Trump got elected, they wanted them to leave.
True. Well, all right, bro. I gotta go though. But thank you.
Thank you, brother.